cancellations, everything in the mornings and then late at night if there's a problem. So we'll get you guys that number as soon as we get the phone. And that will start next week. You guys can start calling that number. I'll still have the other phone up until the 29th. John is going to take over officially on the 29th of doing most of the day-to-day stuff. I'll still be here, and I still have to sit and figure out like what it is, but I'll still be here, like I said, every morning from 5 to 8:30. I won't be in the office, but I'll be answering the phones and stuff. I'll be in the office later and then throughout the day. If you guys still have questions with anything, you can still come to me or John, either or. So. And then I think I don't know how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna send text messages and emails out to the families that usually call in the mornings and stuff. But maybe we'll just write it on the back of a business card and you guys can hand out to like McKenna's mom and the outside people so that they're aware of this is the new process, this is the number you call. So,
Okay.
okay.
You might want to personally get a hold of Kelly's dad to just explain it to him.
I will reach out to all of the community people that I need to.
All right. There's going to be changes to the Silver Star route?
Yes, so again, Cheryl's going on vacation. You guys know the drill. They have the girls picked up at different places. And it's a headache to have to go in and change it every single day, so she just has the paper. I'm still gonna keep it. You guys just pick them up on the computer at Silver Star, but this is the layout of the days that they're gonna go and where they're gonna be picked up. So I just, for you guys that are gonna be driving it, I made you copies of it. I'll post a copy up there too, just in case. I already need to make one for you because there is a day next week that you're on it in the afternoon, so.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but you guys have all done it before,
Right,
so.
so nothing really changes, it's just the two girls, right?
Yeah, it's just the two girls that are getting picked up at home instead of.
The same locations as last time, right?
Yeah, it's just, it's different days and whatever, so it's a nightmare to go in every single day and change it, so that's why I just print this for you guys. That's it.
Hey.
Easier on everyone.
The garage update, I know you've probably seen it, but Lee's been out undercoating all of our shuttles. It's a messy job, a lot of work, but he's doing it, man. It's incredible. The ones that are really rusted bad, he's getting all the rust off and priming it with something to stop the rust, and then putting the undercoat on it. So every one of our shuttles will be undercoated and primed if they need it. And then every year, we'll raise them up and look at them and touch up whatever needs to be touched up. So we're going to just freeze the deterioration of the underbody this year. And they should begin lasting as long as the running gear will last, which should be 300,000 miles.
We hope.
Hope so.
Yeah.
If they do, if we can get them to last 300,000 miles, we'll end up with a lot of shuttles. We'll have an excess of them because we get at least one a year, and we'll have some that we can actually sell eventually, probably, that even Ted will let go of. Priorities for transportation. I don't know, I just thought it's a good idea to review this once in a while. You know, what's the number one priority for the clients?
Safety?
Health and safety of the clients, right? And I really appreciate everybody's contribution to the success of our department. We're really going to be very successful. We've already been successful in many ways, but and I want to reiterate that our job is to transport the clients and make it as pleasant a ride as possible for them. You know, I mean, some things you can't get around. Like if Kiara is having a bad day, it's going to be a bad ride for everybody. There's not much you can do. But don't try to teach them anything. Just be their driver, be their friend. If they ask you for help with something, no matter what it is, give them help, even if you think they don't need it. Or not their mother, or not a DSP even, or just their driver. So our job is to look out for their health and safety and make it as pleasant a ride as possible for them. Want them to look forward to the ride to wherever they're going to go. But the community's different. What do you think the number one priority is for when we take community rate?
Speed.
Huh? It's not be on time. Well, there should be a priority, because we lose money if you're not, but it's the satisfaction, customer satisfaction. That's what helps build organizations tremendously. There have been huge organizations built solely on customer satisfaction. And if we can keep everybody happy, I know they'll never be happy with the cost. We've been doing a lot of advertising and getting some calls. I don't know how many we've gotten, Sylvia, but she says they primarily, when they find out what it costs, they'll stop listening, which is fine. I mean, it is expensive. And a lot of our competition has, what do you call
Subsidies?
subsidy, yeah, subsidized rates. There's no way we can compete with that. We have to charge full boat for every ride. And there's going to be plenty of people who are willing to do that because they can't get the ride any other way. And we have to charge those rates just because that's what it costs. You know, if we charge less, we wouldn't make money. And we're still less than the competition who charges full boat rates. So customer satisfaction is number one in that area. And that's what will help us grow. Drivers, we keep losing and getting them back, I don't know. But I hired offers anyway to two drivers, Stephen and Terry. Stephen is on board, he's in training now, real good guy. I think he's going to be a good driver. But Terry didn't make it through the physical. The doctors recommended that he not drive vehicles larger than a minivan, so if you can't do that, then you really can't work for us. He understood. Sean, I don't know, you all heard that Sean quit, but he didn't quit because he agreed to come back part-time, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be all right. Hopefully it'll work out that way for him.
While we're on the subject of Sean, and this is not just geared towards Sean, it's just geared towards everybody. You guys, you never know what someone's going through personally, so just always be kind to people. Like, you may not like people, and you don't have to like them, but be kind, be compassionate, because like I said, you never know what someone is going through behind closed doors, so just always remember that, okay?
Like the saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yes, don't talk to me, because you're not nice to me.
Okay, vehicle movements.
Because I'm a bitch.
To this crazy thing again. Let me do this. There's three vehicles we took to, because we acquired some vehicles, we were able to refresh them. The objective is to get rid of all the rust buckets. And we brought three of them back from Illinois. We took three down. This is one of the new minivans we got, not new, but the newish ones. One went to Gettysburg, 98 went to Illinois for the administration, and 143, the black, one of the black minivans we got, also went to administration. And we're trying to stress with everybody, the RMs, to get these vehicles washed once a month. If they do, they will never be rust buckets, at least by the time they're worn out. We'll look at replacing every vehicle when it's got over 200,000 miles, the minivans anyway. And but even at 200,000 miles, they should not have any rust on them if they're washed regularly. That's how to keep the rust away. We got three that we distributed in Jefferson. St. Mary's has 119. We were going to get 119 to St. Martha's, but the one St. Mary's had crapped out, so 60 they crapped out, so we just gave them 119. Spring Street has 118, and we took whatever they had, the VW, over 275,000 miles. I'm not sure that's right, but it's over 200,000 miles on that VW, and it's ready to be retired. And the new side lift transit we got, we sent to Tao. They've suffered a lot through the vehicles we've given them. And they first had that 15-passenger Ford van that's a side lift. It's a crazy thing. It's got a side lift, so you could put the wheelchair in and get the lift up, and nobody else can get in unless they get in through the passenger door, you know. So we took the front passenger seat out so they could get in that way, and most of the clients can't even manage that, can't get in that way because it's too difficult for them. So it's just a useless vehicle. We took that to Achieve because they needed a lift van. They first had that old shuttle, Chevy shuttle, which they always complained about, would never use. When we brought it back, we figured out why they wouldn't use it, because it's junk. It was junk. We ended up junking it. So I gave them that, and they don't use it either for the same reason Tao wouldn't use it, because you can't use it. It's not usable. Who bought that? I have no idea how we got it or why we got it, but it's a useless piece of equipment. So we're going to bring that side lift, the older side lift van that's at Achieve back here, and try to think of some way we can modify it to make it usable. But in the meantime, we gave Tao the side lift transit we got that has a shifting lift, so that once the lift is done, finished being used, you can shift it, push a button, and it just moves out of the way a couple feet and makes way for clients to get in. So it's really beautiful. Beautiful way to configure a side lift vehicle. And Grace Home is going to end up with 115, the rear lift transit that was at Dower. Same story there. They've always had nothing but garbage for vehicles. It's always breaking down. We've always having to go out and help them out. But this should be a permanent solution to that problem for them. And we're not done. Theoretically, we can get 2 HUD vehicles. Historically, HUD in the past has allowed us to buy vehicles for the HUD homes through HUD, and HUD would pay for them. But Jenny is thinking that maybe they're not going to do that anymore. We really don't know yet. But if they will do it, continue to do it, we're going to get 2. We're going to get a rear lift transit like they have at Sandom, for Sandom. Get a new one, and we will get Sandom's rear lift transit to do something else with. And the same thing for the minivan at Assisi. Get a new minivan there, and we'll take their minivan they've got now. And if we're successful in getting the Sandom's rear lift transit, we'll give that to Achieve. So they'll actually have a good usable rear lift transit they can actually use to transport wheelchair clients and ambulatory clients both. And the Assisi minivan will go to St. Martha's then. That's my plan anyway. And I've talked to several RMs about what they really need. You know, they complain about the shuttles they have. They complain about all kinds of things. So I ask them, okay, what do you really need? If you have the perfect vehicle for your needs, what do you want? The lady at Padua says a wheelchair minivan. So that's what we gave her. And she's happy now, as far as I know. Well, the same thing at Isidore. They got the shuttle. And I was going to give them the smaller shuttle, 23. Thought that would be easier for them to drive. But actually what they would like to have is another wheelchair minivan. So we'll work toward getting them one. I understand, because most of the traveling they do is med runs with a single client. So we'll see how that works. I think that's it. Yeah.
I do have one thing. We are looking for one more driver to drive for the gala on Saturday, September 23rd. You're going to do
I'll
it?
do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Unknown caller.
So you'll be doing that with Art, and then you're welcome to attend the gala. Just know that it's a fancy attire.
It's fancy, you get paid for eating.
So,
You get paid from like 4:30 when you leave here till getting back here about 10 o'clock, something like that.
okay,
And
so I'll
you-
put you on that with Art, and then he'll explain it to you, because one of you are gonna take people from here, one of you are gonna go to the mother house, correct?
Yeah, I'll go to the mother house.
So then you'll just take people
Yeah,
from
so
here.
you just have to go here and to there, and,
Okay.
yeah.
Where's this at?
It's in Milwaukee.
Is it?
Mhm.
Are they St. Francis?
They do, if you
Blue?
are interested in going, they do have extra tickets. They're looking for volunteers to help if you are interested.
Unless you wanna drive it.
No, I think I have plans that Saturday. Not, I won't.
Well, anybody who wants to go, they're looking for help with, there are some community clients that are going, like Cecily and a couple other people who are looking for help with that. They're looking for help with the silent auction for cleanup, that type of stuff. And if you do want to go, it's Betsy, I believe, that sent out the email, just, we can contact Betsy and you can ride up in the shuttle or you can take your own vehicle and, like I said.
Stay out of my shuttle. You're not welcome.
It's a very nice evening, entertaining.
the
They always
first
pick somebody to honor. I don't know who they're honoring this
I don't know
year.
either. If I didn't, I have a rec thing both Saturday and Sunday, otherwise I would go. But- So if you are looking, they do have extra tickets.
Excuses.
Usually it's like $150 a ticket or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They're not
So,
cheap.
Thank you, Joanne.
So it's just an auction, right? Just an
Like a
auction?
silent auction.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner and, like you said, they honor somebody.
Yeah, that sounds not really nice.
Yeah.
Real nice. And it raises a lot of money, too. We're going to get 2 more vehicles still. I'm wanting to get a minivan like the 4 we got, plus a window van, a 15-passenger window van. But I think we need another one. We'll keep running short here. And then they'll both be in transportation, just for
Because we
transportation.
need them. Don't give them away first.
And we're getting a shuttle, too. I mean,
So it's 3 more
The
vehicles.
two weekends and the
We,
car weekend now just doesn't surface.
I just filled out the option list for the shuttle, and we're getting a rear lift. I didn't know this, but evidently every time you get one, if you want a rear lift, you pay extra. I didn't know that. That's why the last 2 we got were front list, because nobody picked that option. I guess you have to pay for it, but still, a rear lift is better than a front lift, I think. So much more usable.
The
So
rear door or the rear side?
rear,
The rear side.
yeah, it's
The
a shuttle
lift.
with the lift in the rear,
Okay.
like a normal one.
Like
We
most
played
of
for
ours
that.
are, except for 30 and 39.
And we got a 3/4 inch marine grade plywood floor, which should make the floor last longer. And we got heated mirrors. Believe it or not, you got to pay extra for heated mirrors. It's just asinine, but we're doing it. And an upgrade to the material for the driver's seat, because they seem to wear out real quickly. So hopefully this will last longer. And I think that's all we've got. But anyway,
I have
that's
some
what we-
comments now. Can you put up the route for route number 3? That's some suggestions as far as the, maybe coloring. Can you color those charts, those routes? Let's say for like, say,
On the calendar, you mean?
yeah, no, not on the calendar, but the route itself. You have like St. Martha pickup, and then you have to go to from there to St. Domingue.
Uh-huh.
Can you highlight, let's say, keep the route, keep the campus white, or and then color the other routes.
Oh, the ones you haven't been to yet,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
That way, it's just an idea, you know. That way, for me, when I first came on, it's like, oh shoot, I have to go over here again, you know. And it just makes you realize you're not done with your route yet.
So know where you are.
Yeah, know where you are.
And the list.
Drop off, pick up is one color, and drop off is one color. Pick up, drop off, you know.
Oh, I see.
Understand?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
Pick
let's
up
say
and drop
all
off.
campus colors would be like white, maybe, and then or white and black, and then the
Okay.
the
Okay. I'll work.
houses would be
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
red or blue, whatever, you know.
Right.
Just some ideas.
Okay.
That way, you know, like, let's say Sean won't get lost, you know, with his route. And
Yeah.
I know I was initially, I was like, you know, I had to go over here again, I have to come back, like Route 3, you have to come back here a couple times, you know, each,
Yeah.
for golden options or Excel.
Hmm.
some ideas.
All right.